Hello there, you're welcome to another tutorial on SC Today we're going to be making an Amapiano beat from scratch. We already have the drum loop here. Then we're going to build the chords, build the melodies, the bass line, and all of that. We're even going to structure it all out to get a full beat, then mix it as well to make it sound even better. Hit the subscribe button and let's get started. All right, so here we have our drum loop. So now we're going to play some chords. See, because we're going to play this. All right, so let's record that in and see. We'll create a new pattern. All right, so hit record to ready, go. All right, so let's see the progression. This is on key C, by the way. I want this to start closer. All right, so now we built the chords, and now we're going to build some more melodies around this. All right, so for the melodies, we're going to be using Korg Triton, this vibraphone sample here. This is how it sounds. All right, so let's record that. Let's see. All right, let's listen back and see. We can always quantize it. All right, so let's add a flute sound. We use Purity for that. You can turn off the effects, that is that delay or cross effects. All right, so let's see how it sounds. Let's try and create a melody with that. I think I prefer that, but I think this reverb is too much. I'll reduce the reverb here. I can always add mine later when I'm mixing. All right, so let's record that. All right, so let's quantize that. Control Q. So now we're going to add a guitar. I think we should add just something to spice it some more. A guitar sound and then maybe a saxophone sound. So for the guitars, we're going to use Omnisphere Jazz Guitar Fingers A. I've not yet touched the effects. This is just the default effect. I may take off this echo later. So let's create a simple melody around this. It's best to keep the melody as simple as you can. All right, I think we found our melody. So let's record that. All right, so keep it as simple as that. Let's take it to a higher octave and see how it sounds. I think it sounds better in the higher octave, but I'll just adjust the volume. All right, so let's add a saxophone. I'll use cork triton for saxophone. All right, so let's record that and sing. All right. So when we're quantizing this, we have to be careful so it still has that life, because this is a saxophone. It's not always very perfect with timing. So we'll come here to make it sound more realistic. We'll adjust this. Extend this maybe to its point. Let's stretch this out. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. So we've gotten our guitar and our sax. All right, so we're going to add one more melody before we add our bass and our log drum. So this is something like a vocal layered with strings. This is from Rutri or Aturai Pigments. Name of the preset is called Choral Strings. So we'll just create something very simple. So let's record that. I did something here. I think it's best it sound better on this level. Let's hear how it sounds. You can always adjust. I think it should be shorter. Let's increase this and see. Now we can add our log drum. We're going to use. There are many ways you can get a log drum. You can have even a one-shot preset for your log drum. But I prefer to use DX10 by FL Studio, Fruity DX10. You come here, right, presets, and then you go to log drum. So we can just create. You can keep the log drum simple and still have that madness with it. So let's create something. So let's use this and create something interesting. It's not perfect, but we're going to fix it here. Then here we're going to create that skrr sound that you typically hear. And then we're still going to have it here as well. So we select this. You come here and you go to chop, and then you listen. So chop, tools, chop alternate U. So you can modify this anyhow you want. So I think this is too much, so reduce it. All right. Or you can even, let's see. Let's use a bass from FL Studio. Let's use Harmless. Then perfect. So let's see. So we're supposed to start with the drums. All right. So we'll quantize this, take that out, and we'll listen. All right. So now we're going to um spread it all out because it sounds already choked up. I'll spread it all out and create our intro, verses, and make some changes along the way. So we're going to start by creating the intro. We'll select all of this, zoom out, take everything away. I want the intro to be at least 8 bars long. So you should start with drums. After it starts with the drums, I want the chord to come in here. Then we'll have the chorus here. We'll not make the chorus too long. This is like the verse. This 16 bars here is the verse. All right, so I think I have to take this back. Here, take this back right here. Then take all of this closer, because the verses typically verses are between 8 to 16 bars. So this is already 8 bars. So I want to have another 8 bars for the bridge, which is this. Then this would, and then that would be the chorus. Then we can take this here again. Let's add the bass here. I think that delay isn't bad at all. Let's listen to it here and see. So the saxophone. So bring the sax into the intro. Then the artist gets to sing here. And then here we have all right, so then we'll build the second verse. So this is the intro, this is the first verse, this is the bridge, and this is the hook. The intro is 8 bars, and sorry, the intro is 8 bars, the verse is 8 bars as well. The bridge is also another 8 bars, while the chorus is 16 bars. Then just duplicate it. And yeah, you're allowed to ride. So, other things you can add drum rolls. You can add some drum rolls. You can even change what plays here at the end. You can do a solo. So these are things you can add. Should we? I think we should add that. That was dope. That was nice. Let's add that and see. All right, so let's just quickly fix that up and see. here. Let's hear it again. So I think we can even take this to the outro instead. I think it sounds better at the outro. And there's so many ways to get this done. You can still have it before the second verse hits. You can still have it before the second verse hits. So song structure can be very interesting. Depends on how long you want the song to be. So let's add some transitions and fills. So the first thing we'll do is a trick I'm going to show you. I already loaded up what we're going to use. All of this is available in the project file when you get it in our membership site. That is the project file entire with everything included, except for the third-party softwares, of course. All right. So this is what we're going to use all through. So we'll create a first empty pattern rather. So let's start from here. So already played everything on all white notes. So we'll stretch this all out. Let's see and make sure it ends. All right. All right. So make sure you use it. I don't think third-party softwares can do what I'm about to show you. It's just FL Studio stock plugin. So we'll do this and see how it sounds. I think it's this. So depends on how much you want to take it. You can take it. You can even reduce the length so it doesn't stay too long. You can also change the sound as well. Maybe let's try pads and see, because these were leads. So let's try. Let's see. All right, then we can welcome this with a clap. Let's see. You reverse this and you bring it out here. It's not perfect, so we'll cut it. You can, well, you don't have to cut it, you may just fit it into. Perfect. And then you can even use some of the log drum as a fill also. Then make sure when you're adjusting samples, stretch is turned off. So let's see how this sounds. Then you can still create this, duplicate this right here, or rather clone, so it not be reversed. And then you can just have it here as well. Let's say have it here. Let's modify it and see. I think that's nice. So the thing is, for every 8 bars, just a rule of thumb, for every 8 bars, you can try and add some of these transitions so you have to make it more interesting. So that the singer can know what's coming next, even the listeners too can know what's about to come through. You can see that. Doesn't that sound nice? So we just copy, since it's just basically the same thing, we just copy it all over again. All right, so that's pretty much the end of structure, like the entire structure with the fills, and you can even make proper drum rolls if you wish, but I just don't feel like I need to. I think these are enough. I don't feel like I need to add any crazy drum fills here. All right, so now let's start mixing these beats. Now the mix we're going to be is not going to be like in-depth mixing, just going to be something that you can do to enhance the quality of your beat, to make your beat sound much, much better. All right, so now let's get started. We'll link everything to the mixer. Everything will be linked to the mixer. Control Shift L. So since this is already a drum loop, we really can't do much about the drums, but we can start with the melody, that is the chords. Now we're trying to take out type high pass. And when you're EQ, make sure you don't EQ that it takes out the original vibe of it, just a little to take out the unwanted low frequency. And I'll pan this here and reduce the volume a little. Oh, sorry. This is the Amapiano. Wow. This was a mistake, so sorry about that. So we'll come to, yeah, Launch Lizard. So we'll come to our EQ. High pass. Just a little. Then let's see here. I think for a start here is fine. And then let's bring in the next most recurring element, which is this guy. When you have two similar elements, you pan them in opposite direction. They don't have to be in equal amounts, but just in opposite direction. EQ again. I recommend you EQ as much as you can as a beginner, but when you are advanced, you know what to EQ and what not to EQ. But as a beginner, just take out the low rumbles, but don't make it sound artificial like this, just the low rumbles. And try not to boost it that it goes above 0. I mean, always keep it below 0. Okay, so next we have the guitar. You can add a phaser to make it sound even more realistic. Then we add the log drum now. Then we EQ the bass as well. now time for us to just include the elements here. All right, so I think the drums is becoming very much louder than the elements, so try and balance that out. All right, so this is not going to be a perfect mix, but it's surely going to enhance how much better your beats will sound. You can add more reverb. All right, so that's how to mix your Amapiano beats. Thank you for staying through and hope you learned something from this mini course. And if you did, hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. Don't forget to join our community by hitting the link in the description below so that you can get access to these project files. And we also give out loops, packs, kits, some special videos as well, and discounts on our courses. So make sure you join in on our membership community. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button once again, and once again, and once again, until you show you're subscribed. I remain Sir Classy. This is SC Toots. Cheers.